over the last few years, the Swordsoul deck has become arguably one of the most meta-defined decks in Yu-Gi-Oh's history. Even more meta-defined than the Dragon Rulers, and even the Dragon Ruler deck in 2013 was pretty fucking good. Swordsoul has had a series of new support over the last few years, including new cards that we got over the last couple years. And now we have another Swordsoul card that has just been announced in the form of a V-Jump promo. You heard me right. This is a brand new Swordsoul card that can not only be used in Swordsoul, but it can also be used in Albaz and Dogmatica strategies as well. But what is the name of that card? Well, the name of the card is known as the Three Brave Swordsouls. You heard me right. The Three Brave Swordsouls. And it is an 8-star light spellcaster synchro with 2500 attack and defense. And it requires a level 4 tuner and one or more non-tuners. And both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads, if this card is synchro summoned, you can add one level 4 or 8 spellcaster whose attack equals its defense from your deck or grave to your hand. Second effect, you can target one face-up card on the field, negate its effects, then if you have an Ecclesia monster or Fallen the Valbaz in your grave, you can destroy that card. So not only is this a Rhoda monster reincarnation, if you will, but this is also basically essentially it's an imperm with the effect of Baron de Flor, where you can just pop a card on the field without any worries. Honestly, this might just be arguably one of the craziest Swordsoul cards out there. But the only downside is that the second effect is not a quick effect. If it was a quick effect, 100%, this card would have been hella broken, and it would essentially just be a quick play Solemn Judgment, if you will. But yeah, excuse me. To be fair, I honestly believe that the second effect should have been a quick effect, because at least it would have been more. At least that way, it would have been even more busted than most people would assume it to be. But still, I mean, it's a really good way to add pretty much any 4-star or 8-star spellcaster from your deck or grave to your hand. So you can add cards like Iris Swordsoul. You can add what is it? Dogmatica Ecclesia. You can add that to your hand. You can add pretty much just about anything as long as it's a level 4 or 8 spellcaster that you have at your disposal. I will say though, I think that card might just end up becoming a very powerful card, to say the very least. But then again, there is another that might be another meta-defining card. But unfortunately, as always, knowing the VJ magazines, they always have a tendency to wait until the last minute to release its effect. So I will reveal the name of the card, and it's known as Regulus, the Prince of Endymion, and it literally looks like fucking Linkle from from the Hyrule Warriors from the original Hyrule Warriors game. Literally, it looks like Linkle. And if you know, you know. Um, but as far as we know, no one really. But as far as we know, it could potentially have an effect where it can put counters on itself and then just remove it to like pop a monster or something like that. Kind of like what they did with the Breaker, the Magical Warrior, where you can where you can remove a counter and then just like pop a back row or something. So no one really knows what that card will do, but as far as this new Swordsoul card, it again, it's as I said. It's as I said. If the second effect was a quick effect, it would be hella busted. But I mean, to be fair, there are ways that you can manipulate your methods of synchro summoning to be able to bring this guy out. There are ways, but I don't remember what they are because I know that you can use I know that there are some cards that can manipulate the levels of other monsters. Like I know that Double D Berfomet can part of the DD archetype. It can manipulate other monsters, but not itself. And then there's Gaga Magician where it can manipulate its own level, so you be able to go into the right Xyz summoning method, which is pretty fucking cracked, especially for its time anyway. Especially for its time, but I mean to be fair, hypothetically speaking, you could run Gaga Magician in a Swordsoul deck because at least that way you would be able to manipulate um your your monsters, so that way you'd be able to go go into go into this guy and then use this card's first effect to bring back Gaga Magician as fodder for Xyz summoning, or potentially go into a second synchro at your at that you may have at your disposal, which is kind of crazy. But with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.